Hey guys, it's Blue. Welcome back to another episode of Mental Health Mondays, a series in which I talk about my experiences and hopefully I can give some advice that helps other people out. As always, if you could leave a like and subscribe, I really appreciate it. It shows me that I'm doing something right at least. And lately I've been feeling like, looking back on a lot of things and feeling like I'm not doing enough. Everything I do just doesn't seem to have much of an impact. But anyway, so yeah, apparently today's Thursday because I'm a dumbass bitch. Just recently found that out, as in a few minutes ago, and I was watching the last episode I made. I realized, I'm probably gonna need to put this one out real quick. So today I don't really have a specific thing to talk about. I know in my last video I spoke about college a little bit, adjusting to life after high school, about relationships, and I kind of want to follow up on that last part about relationships, especially. I think few things, at least to me, are more hurtful than getting into a breakup with someone that you love and that you care about, and someone maybe you just spend a lot of time with. And it doesn't even have to involve intimate relationships, it can be with friends, colleagues, just people you know in general. My last relationship, I spent about 10 months getting to know this person who I really fell for, and I really do care about her even now. And if she's watching this video, I just want you to know I still care about you, even if you don't feel the same. But anyway, so I think it was a little bit before last October, I met this girl who she seemed to be really quirky. She had a really interesting sense of humor. Just sort of stumbled across her Instagram account. As it turns out, let's just say she's quite well versed in the dark arts of anime culture, whatever the fuck that means. Seriously, she is a big fan of anime, really enjoyed watching Disney shows. The only show she ever talked about was watching Hamilton, which I didn't see until later. Then I couldn't stop talking about it for the next 4 freaking weeks because it was so good. Now I really started to get to know her pretty well, and at some point we had planned to hang out around Halloween. I was like, oh yeah. At this point, I'm like terrified, bro, because first of all, I thought I was going to smash, but also second, this is the first time I've met someone over the internet, like at their house, you know? So, FYI, she was totally real. She wasn't, I swear to God, I'm not making her up. She is a real person. So anyway, we had planned to meet up, and I remember texting my friend just before we did. And I was texting my friend, I was like, dude, I am fucking scared. I had so much anxiety, and my friend was like, dude, just chill, it's okay. You'll get through it, man. You can do this. Something like that. And so yeah, I took a deep breath as I was sitting outside in the car, and I went in. I walked in through the back, and I was like, oh shit, this is kind of weird, bro. I don't know. I didn't want to be like that one stereotypical white guy in every movie. You know what I'm talking about. That just goes and fucking investigates. Oh, what's that over there? A bag of Doritos? Shit, I'd die for some of those. Oh. It's like the start of every horror movie. I felt like I was gonna get kidnapped and forced to watch Sesame Street from a cage while Big Bird held me at gunpoint. This felt weird, bro. I felt out of place. So anyway, no, I waited there, and she actually came outside, and I was like, "Yo, what's up?" And yeah, that was pretty much it. I didn't really say much for the first couple of minutes. I didn't know what to say. So anyway, we went inside. Turns out some of her friends were there, and so we went up to her room, and we kind of played a little bit of, I think it was Cards Against Humanity. I really don't remember. It was pretty awkward. It all went pretty good. I didn't know what to say. I'm a pretty quiet dude, so I just sort of went with it. Sort of started talking with her friends a little bit, and they were pretty cool. And prior to that, me and this girl, we discussed, I think, being in a relationship. That's something I kind of started to want with her. I wasn't sure if I was making her uncomfortable, and it's really hard with women, I feel like, because they're really good at picking up on a lot of stuff, or so I've heard. I mean, sure, like, I'm a detail oriented person. Like, I focus on a lot of small shit. At the same time, I couldn't really pick up on the signs too well. I didn't know if she was just uncomfortable, or maybe I was just not what she was expecting, or maybe I just wasn't her type. I don't know. But she seemed really excited that I came over there, and I know she was excited about that before, from what one of her friends told me. I went in there, and I was proud of myself after the whole thing, and I got my shit together. I went in there and I faced my fear, possibly looking like a total klutz. Anyway, yeah, everything worked out pretty well. And I gotta say, if you're feeling afraid of approaching someone, especially someone you like, all I can tell you is just go with it. You do get used to it with experience. It's one of those things that does get easier the more time that you spend around people. Even if you're someone that maybe you consider yourself an introvert, just go for it, man. Don't even think about it. So, everything worked out afterwards. We had talked for a little bit, and at this point I got the impression she liked me a lot. I thought she has a quirky sense of humor. She's really cute, and she seems like she has a good heart. I can't explain it, but I saw the spark in her, and I've been with many people in my life, but I really saw a future with this person, and I thought things wouldn't turn out the way it did again. Anyway, I guess all of this is to say that, it didn't work out too well. Eventually, our relationship, some stuff started to kind of happen, and I think she wanted to have like this open relationship. It kind of came out of nowhere, coming from, like, what do you call it, monogamous? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, dude. It fucking killed me, because I was thinking to myself, okay, am I not good enough? Did she find someone better? I think it may be hard for someone to understand who's in, like, maybe an open relationship, because I understand, like, they see it differently. But from where I'm coming from, when you have someone like um, texting you or saying stuff to you, like you're beautiful, you're handsome, whatever it is, and it's exclusive to you, and not something that's been said to other people multiple times already, it feels better, I guess, or more intimate, more personal, more special. And when I know that you've already gone and you flirted or asked out someone else, and then you're telling me the same stuff, and then you end up in a relationship with that person, it's like, damn, like that's a lot to process. And even just being in an open relationship, that's like a task on its own, I think. And it's hard for people to adjust to that. Maybe it wasn't just the idea that she wanted that. Maybe it was just the way it came about, because right after telling me this, I had went on social media like 5, 10 minutes, maybe 10 minutes afterwards. She announced that she was in a relationship with someone, and I felt shitty. I feel like it's one of those things you got to sit down and discuss with that person and ask if they're comfortable with that. But in all fairness, we weren't in a relationship, and she had already had another person in mind that she liked. Well, anyway, we kind of went back and forth for a little while. Um, and some of my friends, I started talking to my friends about it a little bit. I didn't cry or anything like that. I don't usually cry. It takes a lot for me to feel that kind of way. But, I went to my friends, and they were just like, dude, just block her, just move on, dude. She is not worth it. But I decided, too often in life you meet people who maybe you end up being good friends with. I just felt tired of losing people. Building up all of this stuff, this connection with someone, just to let them go. It didn't sit right with me, and I thought, well, maybe I can fix this. So I brought it up with her, and I tried to explain, kind of from my perspective, why it upset me. She seemed open, no pun intended, to understanding, but she didn't really understand or see why it hurt me at all. She said, maybe in the future, but she just didn't get it, and I can't necessarily blame her for that. It just sucks, because maybe we just aren't compatible. But anyway, So, this all goes on, and we get back to talking a little bit. And I don't know, I thought things were going pretty well. Thought, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm open to this idea. At the same time, I didn't want to look stupid I didn't want to throw all my feelings out there. But anyway, that's kind of what I do. I pour out my fucking heart. And I do whatever I guess people say you shouldn't do is look. People say you should be okay with the idea of being vulnerable in a relationship, right? But I guess there's such a thing as being too vulnerable because you don't want to show too much emotion. For me, it's hard enough as it is to even open up. So when I pour my heart out to someone, I just hope that, I don't sound like an idiot or I don't regret it. So anyway, at some point, things started to change a little bit, and I don't remember why. But I was just going through kind of a tough time, and I honestly don't remember why this was. But I just started to felt really down. To give a bit of context, something that frustrates me is when I'm like there offering emotional support to people and they just turn around whenever I need emotional support, I guess. And I'm not someone who likes sympathy or any of that, but I just sometimes I guess I wish someone would just listen, right? So naturally, maybe it's fair that I expect someone to understand and to listen to me and what I'm going through, and not necessarily drop everything for me. Some people say they can't help, but what they don't realize is sometimes just listening helps. And it's not like people expect you to cure them or fix them of all of their problems, but sometimes just being there makes all the difference. And I would hope that being there for this person, I hope that it meant something. Anyway, I reached out to her and she said that she doesn't know how to help me and she uh, basically recommends a therapist. And I think I could have responded better to this situation, but it just really pissed me off because I've gone through this process before. I've reached out to therapists, and it just isn't for me. The idea of talking with a stranger and the inconvenience of it all, and having to find someone who accepts your insurance and having to drive there, and of course you gotta plan that out. Okay, is it gonna be on a day that I work? Maybe I gotta take off for that day. Sometimes in the moment that you're feeling like shit, all you really need, and this is really simple, this always helps, is you just need someone to talk to in that moment. You don't need to, okay, let me set up an appointment 2 or 3 or 4 weeks from now and then go to that and see that person every 2 weeks. That just isn't for me. It doesn't help to talk to people about something that I went through that they can't relate to. Sometimes it just helps, at least to me, it helps to talk to someone that someone that knows you. Like if I can sit here and listen and talk to you and you're going through something, maybe you're dealing with suicidal thoughts, is it not fair to just give me a moment just to hear me out? Uh, I hope all of that makes sense. I know this video is dragging on. Anyway, so she recommends a therapist to me, and I get super pissed off, and I think I said something, but then I blocked her. But then I was like, oh shit, that was a bad idea. I was like, you know what? No, I want to fix this. Well, imagine my surprise when she put out the reverse card on this one. When I tried to go back on my mistake, it was too late, and it made me fucking more pissed off because I saw what the situation was becoming. I wanted to prevent this from happening again, where, it's kind of like what I was saying earlier, when a relationship ends because of something somebody said or maybe miscommunicated or didn't communicate at all. I tried to apologize. I just tried to make it up to her, and she texted me with this number, which as it turns out is her boyfriend's number. So I text that number, and goddamn, he hit me with a fucking draw 4 on this one. He basically threatened me. It said something about filing a police report, a false report, on the basis that I was, I guess, harassing her, which isn't really true because she didn't tell me that she wanted to be left alone. I got the impression that she wanted to talk, but I just left it at that. Honestly, I just fucking I went home and I just fucking sat in my room and I fucking cried and I felt like a fucking piece of shit, and I broke my phone a couple of days after that. I think when I was on my way to work, I got this second job, and it was real fucking shitty. Everybody was a piece of shit, but I was doing it because I needed the extra money. I needed the second job. But eventually, when you try to, you're dealing with a lot of shit and people are assholes and stuff like that, you kind of start to become one yourself, I think. And a lot of this stuff, you try not to like process in the moment and you put it aside, and you never really have like an output for it. So when you have people saying they're going to kill you, or they're threatening you, or they're insulting you, when you have people harassing you almost every day, your phone number, and it was kind of like one of those things where on its own it's kind of like, okay, whatever, and you just put it aside. But when you have so many things stacking up on you that's stressing you out, your bills, your financial shit, relationship issues, that kind of thing, it kills you from the inside. It breaks you down, and eventually you kind of end up becoming a piece of shit yourself. A lot of stuff happened, and I got suicidal, and I wanted to die. And then, as it turns out, in the middle of all that, one of my friends, did that to himself. He's gone. So, yeah, I kind of just want to leave that in the past. But when I thought my life was shit, things were a lot worse for him, and sometimes you just don't realize that you're not alone. That everybody else around you, in their own type of way, is going through something shitty, and that a breakup can hurt you. It can suck ass, but it's not the end of the world. Because at the end of the day, I got myself here, and if she liked me at all, then maybe there's a reason for that. If anybody ever liked me before, there's probably a reason for it. And I gave it my best, I tried, and maybe we just weren't meant for each other, and maybe that's just how it's supposed to be. I can't say that I don't feel like giving up, because I do every day, every night. Honestly, it's really hard to sleep. I think the nights are the hardest to get through, but I'm still here, if it counts for something, and I'm trying to find ways to keep going, no matter how bad I feel. I try to believe that I have a purpose, that my life means something to myself, even if someone else out there doesn't think so. And I think that's kind of the message I want to leave behind, is know your self-worth, because there's been many times I've given so much to people. There's a quote, something like putting all of your eggs into one basket. Well, sometimes when you do that, you end up never wanting to put any eggs in any basket. Like, you end up wanting to keep the eggs and never letting go of them. I don't know what the hell the eggs are, but maybe that's for you. It's your trust, your feelings, your vulnerability, and stuff like that. I hope that all makes sense. And I don't know, I try to be this unstoppable machine. I've learned, however, that the more I focused on myself and tried to build myself up and build up my self-esteem, and find this path of recovery that I've found myself on a couple of times already. And just recently, I'm trying to find a way to recover and just be stronger. It just kind of goes back to trying to be perfect. So anyway, yeah, that's the video, guys. I'm sorry to leave it on a depressing note. I guess I just hope this helps. Expect more videos coming up pretty soon. I'm working on Funny Moments with the Fellas Part 2, or sorry, Part 3. I'm forgetting where I am on some of these videos already. Anyway, expect that to be coming out pretty soon. I've already begun working on that. But yeah, I guess what I'm saying is, go around trying to try to help people out, let people know you love them, because you never know when it's too late. And after my friend took his life, I just, I've been feeling like sometimes I'm not sure. I used to think, I don't want to live the rest of my life in anger. It's this idea, fear of death, that's given me the strength to live. The fear that eventually the people I love around me may die. They may disappear. It's that thought that makes me want to hold on to them while I still can and spend time with them. If this person that I've been talking about in this video, if she's watching, I just want her to know that I care about her. I hope everyone has a better year, that everything works out just the way it's supposed to. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.